What is up, everybody? We're back with another video game collection buy. Today's gonna be a little bit different because, as you guys might have seen, I have not been posting much lately. That is because I am currently in a cast. I tore my Achilles playing softball, so for the next, it's been 3 weeks now. For another about 2 to 3 months, I'll be undergoing recovery. But I love the hunt of buying video games. So we're gonna go buy 2 collections today because I've been slacking. So come along and let's go grab some games. All right, so we've gone to the bank. We've picked up the cash. Still gonna have to do a big ET once we get there. But I am sitting in the passenger seat today. We have a special driver that's gonna be helping me out and taking me to all these pickups today. We're headed to the east end of the GTA today, starting with Whitby, Ontario, where we have one collection of about 500 games. And then we're headed off to Oshawa for a collection of 700 games. So a lot of games coming down the pipeline.
I decided not to sell. Start selling my collections off. So.
Do you have like a lot of stuff beyond this?
Yeah, I have quite a bit of stuff beyond this.
Nice. So we're on the way to pick up number 2. This is a collector that's looking to get out of his collection. He's actually seen a few of my YouTube videos, which is pretty cool. That helped kind of secure the deal. So we just left Whitby. We're on our way to Oshawa. We're about 5 minutes out now. It's a little bit of everything, all the way from the NES through to the PS5, and then a couple of really cool display pieces as well, which I think you guys are gonna like.
I found some other things that are that I didn't put on my list, but that'll probably just it'll probably just offset some things anyway.
Okay.
So
Sure. How long have you been collecting?
like 15 years.
Holy, it's a long time. So when you're buying a collection that's this big, it's really important to stay organized. So what I'll typically do is I'll print out the list of all the items that we had agreed on that were supposed to be included. And then it's tedious, but I'll go line by line, item by item, just making sure everything is there. At the end of the day, once you step away, the deal is done. So you want to make sure you do your due diligence before you sign off on the deal and you finalize.
I remember starting when I was in like high school.
Yeah.
Because I remember
Cartridge.
And this is a little out because I'm what I grabbed.
Okay.
So
it's also really important to check for condition. Typically when I'm making an offer, I'm accounting for average condition. So if some games are in worse shape, some games are better shape, it kind of balances out. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll count out the number of games for each console. This helps me see if the number of games that are there line up with what was in the list, which makes life a lot easier. And then if it doesn't, then we go in and we find out what happened.
what did you say you at?
54. So we're missing 9. One really cool thing about this collection is it had a bit of everything. So we had systems, we had consoles, games, strategy guides, knickknacks, and even old school 1980 Nintendo officially licensed roller carts, which you'll see later in this video as well. One thing that I'm often asked is how do I get access to so many collections? The first part is I've been doing this for about 15 years, so I have a pretty solid network in place and a good reputation. The second part is I am very fair with my offers, and I don't like to nickel and dime once I'm at the location for a pickup. Relationships are everything in this business, and you want to make sure that people that sell to you have a good experience and they recommend you to others. And if they come across any other items they might have lying around, that they always come to you first. All right, so I'm hopping around on my knee rover. My sister's unloading my SUV for me. This is all the stuff. There's still more. She's got a few more rounds to do. This is currently the state of my house. The kitchen island, as you can see, is already packed. Now, once everything is at home, the next step is to inventory everything, review everything, and make sure it's all there and complete and not damaged in transition. You also want to clean, you want to test, you want to make sure everything is in a good condition for when you're going to resell it. And the next step that I'm trying to focus on more nowadays is to create more content. What I find is that it helps reassure people when they're selling to me or buying from me. So it's been a nice little addition to my process. All right, as you guys can see, I'm a little bit sweaty. Spent all day hopping around on my knee rover to put everything on the island. Tried my best to get everything to fit, but unfortunately, some of it had to go on the floor right there. But it's a lot of really good stuff. It was a collector that worked at GameStop and a bunch of other video game stores as well. He was looking to get out. We finalized the deal, got the deal done, and now let me show you guys what I got. Let's start off with my favorite pieces, which is these rolling NES official licensed cards from the 1980s. And then we're going to jump on over to these really cool bags from Nintendo, once again, licensed from the 1980s. A lot of stuff in this collection. As you're going to see, there's everything from vintage to modern. So some really cool items in the collection overall. And then here is all of the games. I have no idea where to start. There's just way too much. Oh, I left my Corona there. Way too much stuff. Just look at that. We got to start somewhere, so let's jump into it. Something that I really liked about this collection is that he had a ton of collector's edition items. Many of them were still factory sealed, and you guys know I love my sealed stuff. I also noticed I was very low on new gen inventory, so getting access to so many PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Wii U, Switch, handheld titles was amazing, just because my inventory's kind of been lacking from that front. There's a small bit of GameCube here. GameCube is something I'm still trying to stock up on as well. But he had a ton of DS, 3DS. Overall, I feel like we're really well stocked on NES, SNES, N64. I think I'm going to start slowly shifting my focus towards buying more and more new gen stuff. What I'm noticing is when you're going to different trade shows, it really varies and depends on the show that you're going to, the type of items that will sell. Hopefully you guys like this behind the scenes video, and we'll catch you next time.